Okay, now there it goes. It's recording. Okay, so hi team. So this is our team call for March. So glad you guys are on. I know a lot of you guys are going to be watching the playback as well. So glad that you can make it. We do have our own Jenny Fellows sharing tonight, and I know it's going to be so incredible and so worth it, and you'll be glad that you're on and watching the recording. But I just want to share a couple of things first before I pass it over to Jenny, just so that we're all on the same page. There's a lot of initiatives going on within the smaller teams behind the scenes, and this will also happen within the High Achievers Club. But it's the month of March. It's the month of green, right? And St. Patrick's Day. Remember how we used to love St. Patrick's Day? Like it was like the best.
We used to have a St. Patrick's Day party.
Drinking holiday in the whole wide world. And now we're like, oh, what are we gonna? Whatever, do I even have a green shirt anymore? Okay, so, but it's the month of green for us as coaches too. And so the idea is that we're pushing to create a lot of green on our teams. And I'm not really talking about money or income, but it does lead to income. And that's creating emeralds, helping our own coaches advance to emerald, but also yourself working hard to advance to emerald, but then duplicating that. So we want to see how many times we can create an emerald this month and how many times we can duplicate that. And so I just want you to see and notice that I know your leaders are sharing that on their team pages. I will be sharing that on the High Achievers Club tomorrow. And then within my PS page, we're going to be talking a lot about and really celebrating emeralds this month. And so we know that in this business, one of the things that we want to do is that we want to be able to reach out our arms and help as many people as possible. And that happens honestly beyond a challenge group. And it happens when we're inviting people to be a part of our teams and we're giving people the business opportunity to do with it what they want to do with it. And so inviting people to be coaches sometimes can be daunting and scary for us. And we're going to hopefully help you overcome that this month and bring a lot of great attention to that. In our High Achievers Club, I know I'm bringing that to my PS coaches this month too, because something really, really awesome and cool happens when we get to Emerald. I'll be doing trainings on it. Don't worry about that. But just kind of know this is the main push this month, is to enroll coaches on your team. And with that, I feel like this is the month to really focus on that, because there's going to be a lot of people wanting to come in and be coaches this month because of the 10 rounds launch. Joel Freeman by himself, doing a program is incredible. We knew that with Lift 4, but this time we're taking it to the whole other level. We're mixing in like sort of core to force with Lift. And I can't think of a better program in the whole wide world that's going to like change our lives. Like I feel like going from bar to this is this huge extreme, but in an awesome way. You guys, we are going to be launching 10 rounds to the Coach Network only starting March 16th. And so if we play our cards right, and we start talking about this now and start promoting it and learn as much as we can about it from the Beachbody Champions page, from what we share on the team page in the next week or two, from what you can learn from your coach as well, you're going to have a lot of people interested in it. But that means you're also committed to do the program as well. So figure that out for yourself. Is 10 rounds a program for you? I would imagine it would be. I like to go with the Beachbody flow. I've never missed an opportunity to dive into a new launch. And it's always benefited me on my fitness journey and health journey, but also in my business as well, and really connected me with a lot of cool people. And so I imagine that there's going to be at least 2, 4, or 6 or more people in your network and the people that you know in your life that are going to be really excited to do 10 rounds with you. And so helping them get connected with a challenge pack when it launches on the 16th is going to be huge. And so, don't wait on me or your coach to train you or to teach you or to welcome you to start talking about it. Like that's what your job is. So if you're like, what is that program? I think I've heard a little bit about it. Go into your Coach Online office and start looking at that tomorrow or tonight, and start educating yourself and getting yourself excited, because it's going to be really incredible. So I think it's a great mix of awesome things. The last thing I want to say before I throw it over to Jenny is just that this month is going to be one too where we are able to help you take over your morning, create a positive habit for you in your life. I know a lot of you guys are doing great on getting up in the mornings and getting your workouts in or doing some devotionals or things like that. And we're going to help you take that to the next level. And if you're struggling creating that morning routine, we're going to teach you how to do that. But I'm going to be hosting with some of the leaders on our team a 5-day morning makeover on our team page, on the Fit Fighter Nation page. And so I've had some questions because I can see why. I created an event for it for 5 days from 5 to 6 a.m. You are not going to jump on a Zoom. I mean, you could, I guess, and do like how you do your morning fit clubs. You could totally do that. This is all on your own. The 5 a.m. is just when our lesson for the day about the morning makeover, our inspiration for the day, will go live on the team page. And so this is going to happen on your own time in your homes, wherever, whatever time you get up. So you can get up at 4 a.m. and start your morning routine. I'm going to go on the team page on Friday and teach you the routine so you can get ready over the weekend. And then as the week goes on, our leaders are going to pop in and kind of share more with you about their morning routine, what they love about it, something that's working for them. So you're going to have a PDF printable journal that you can print off over the weekend. You can set your timer, your alarm for 4 a.m. if you want it to be, whatever time you want your morning makeover to start. And so, but the 5 a.m. is just when our video or our lesson for the day will pop up and go live on the team page. So our team page will be kind of like a little mini virtual workshop or challenge group, but for this morning routine of making over your morning, of starting your morning right and positively. That has been something that's been huge for me. And it's also a trait of very successful people, that we start our day proactively with ourselves in mind, more than just our workout. We do a little bit more on the personal growth side as well. And so we'll teach you that next week. So make sure you RSVP to that event going, just so you get the notifications for that. It doesn't mean you're jumping on a Zoom. Okay, you're doing this on your own. I mean, I think it's a good idea actually to get a little group of people together and say, let's get on and hold ourselves accountable to that and then do our workout. Like, that sounds really cool. But that's not what that time meant. Okay, so just wanted to clarify that. All right, for you guys, so you can kind of pass that along, and I'll probably try to share that on the team page as well, so people kind of know what's going on as well. All right, so I'm going to stop talking. You guys, I'm so excited for this. When I was thinking about, I really been thinking about who can speak to our team and really just kind of give us what we need, and a lot of teams grab coaches from outside of the downline, which I think is really cool. And we will totally be doing that. But I also think that we have a lot to learn from our own coaches who are doing things really well. And I like to feature some of our own coaches who are rocking it in their businesses. And so tonight I asked, a while ago, I asked Jenny to do this. She didn't reply to me right away. So she was ghosting me. You know how you send invitations and people ghost you? She totally ghosted me on this. And I was like, hey, did you get my whatever? I think she replied in her mind, right? Or something like that. But anyway, I asked Jenny because Jenny is Mrs. Consistency on our team, and has been very successful in her business that she's grown. And from a yes, that was really hesitant that she was never going to work this business, right? We always see Jenny adding coaches to her team, celebrating and recognizing her coaches, bringing value to our team page. She's absolutely a leader of leaders. She's building leaders within our team. She's building her own daughter up to be a leader of her team. And she literally is on the brink of a major rank advancement in her business. It's like couple emeralds away, right? That's why this month of Going Green is huge for Jenny's team, Cheer Fit Nation. But Jenny's been one of the coaches on our team that's been consistently giving herself a pay raise every year. That's what I love about this business, is that the amount of work and hard work and knowledge and skill that we bring to this directly affects our income, and her income continues to grow. And I've gotten to obviously know Jenny through this business. She's also a neighbor of mine, but I never would be or have the relationship with Jenny that I have today had it not been for this business and us getting to work together and go on trips together. And it's so amazing. And I'm really proud of her. And so Jenny's going to speak to you tonight about longevity in your business, and I'm glad to see that you all are on here tonight knowing that this is the topic, because this isn't a conversation for somebody who's like, I may or may not want to work this business. I may just like make some money, quick money fast, right? And I just want to sell a few things and whatever. It doesn't matter to me. This is a topic that like this business matters to you. And in a year from now, you want to say, I implemented these strategies and what Jenny's done. And a year from now, you care about your team that you're building. And a year from now, you care and this income that you're making is impacting your life and your family. And so it's going to be a good one. I know it is. All right. So Jenny Fellows, the leader of CheerFit Nation, six-year veteran coach. You take it away, sister. Okay.
Okay, so now I kind of know how the National Wake Up Call coaches feel. Like that was kind of really surreal. Like, it's really hard to believe that I'm here because I would never have thought saying yes to myself and pushing play on the 21 Day Fix DVDs in my living room in front of my kids, drinking some shake that Aaron toted around the neighborhood for 2 years, and that it would lead me to this. And if she had told me it would lead to this, I probably would have said no. But it's something that you totally grow into. And so here I am. So, wow. Okay. So yes, my team is CheerFit Nation. And the name, and first of all, if you don't know me, I'm a very authentic, real girl. And I still have a filter. I'm not like my mom, but I'm pretty much going to tell you how it is. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm authentic when it comes. And that has been huge in my business, just to be you. It's too much energy to be anybody else. My team name came because I was a cheerleader. And I really feel like in this business, what we do is we cheer on people to health. That's what we do. So that's where the name CheerFit Nation came from. So I started 6 years ago in April as a challenger, just a little background on me, with the 21 Day Fix, lost 9 pounds in those first 21 days. Aaron's like, do you want to be a coach? I'm like, I can't be a coach. I'm not an expert. Like, I don't know anything about nutrition. I'm not a fitness person. And she's like, no, you can totally do this and get a discount. I'm like, oh, well, okay, you had me there. I'll get a discount. So I signed up as a coach in that first 30 days, and it didn't take long for people to just start asking me what I was doing, because all of a sudden I was a little bit happier. I stood a little bit taller. They were like, there's something different about you. And it just snowballed from there, you guys. I never anticipated growing a team of coaches, a culture that I have. Never thought I'd be here drinking a shake 6 years later. And I think that the longevity, especially in network marketing, is huge. And if you look at our leaders, I mean, Aaron's been here 8 years. Megan's been here 8 years. Erica, I think, has been here 7 years. I've been here 6 years. If you think about network marketing, that is longevity, you guys. So many people hop from business to business to try to make the next quick dollar. And that is not what we're doing. And I think that speaks volumes for this company that we're a part of and the mission that we are on. And I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. I keep on telling my cousins and my family that haven't joined me, I'm like, you guys, like, I'm not going anywhere. What else do you need from me? But it was kind of fun yesterday. I sat down with Aaron and we kind of brainstormed some different topics, and we came up with, like, I would never have thought about this, Aaron. I thought this was so fun. She said, let's come up with some keywords. So we came up with some keywords. First of all, I was very anxious about talking for like more than 5 minutes on a call. Like, what am I going to talk about for so long? So we came up with some great keywords, and then we took the first letter of each of those words, and we came up with let's go, which is perfect because that's a cheer. Let's go, LETSGO. Lily told me not to do that. She would be so embarrassed, but I did not bring the pom-poms. She said that would be a little extra. Go, Gina. But Lily's catching the replay because she's tumbling right now because she's going to try out for cheer. Anyway, I want to break it down, and we're going to start with L. And the keyword we came up there with was loyalty. And it's not just loyalty to the products we're using or the programs or Beachbody as a company, but it's loyalty to all of you guys. It's loyalty to our team. It's loyalty to our customers, the people we're helping. It's showing up to live events. It's showing up to these team calls, and it's leaning into the groups and getting to know people. Um, I have found so many times, and I know everybody's had situations where you've had dark times in your life. And of course, it's the highlight reel on Facebook. Everybody thinks everything's perfect in our lives, and it's not. And if I did not have this loyalty and this team and this culture and these friends that I've made through this business, they got me through some really, really dark times in the last year. And I don't know where I'd be without them. So lean in to this community that you have. Don't isolate yourself. That's the worst thing you can do. These people are here for you, and they have your back. You need to, I think the best thing is you got to find your place. I mean, it's no different than going to high school, and you've got to find your niche, or going to a new church and it's the congregation's so big and you got to find your niche. It's the same here with our big team. When I first started, I leaned into my challenge group and I made friends there. I knew Erin that lived across the street from me. We were neighbors. That is the only person on this screen that I knew. Now, Megan and I are like best buddies, and we're Success Club partners. We travel together. I didn't know anybody, but I leaned into the community and I trusted the community. And then the same thing happened with coaching. I leaned in when we did, challenge groups, or we did free groups. I leaned in and I got a Success Club partner. I mean, that was a great way to find your forever friend that's going to push you, but then also be there for you. And I still remember I got to go it was my 1 year anniversary of starting. Erin graciously took me as her guest to Mexico on her Success Club trip. Thank you, David, for having golf and not being able to go. It was there that I met Megan for the very first time, where I met Erica probably for the very first time. I'm looking at the picture. Let's see, who's else? Casey Schneider's in the picture. I met her for the very first time. And you've got to form those relationships, because those are going to be your people. And those people are still my people. If you're a newer coach, find other newer coaches that are in the same place as you are. Run a free group together. Form that bond. Create that loyalty that you're looking for, and it'll never go away. Okay, E. Example. You have to be the friggin' example, you guys. This just infuriates me so much, because you just have to show up and you have to commit to a program and you have to do the work and you have to share it. End of story. That is the first thing we need to do as a coach. You need to commit to something and you need to do it. So I did a little inventory of all my programs today that I've done, and I've done many of them multiple times. And I would encourage you to, especially those coaches that have been here a long time, go through and see how many programs you've done. I've done 27 programs. There's one program that I did not jump on, just like Erin was saying, with 10 rounds coming out and jumping on, and you've got to follow the momentum of Beachbody. That is a gift, you guys. They're helping you grow your business and expand your business every couple of months with a new launch. 6 Weeks of the Work is the only program I did not jump on. I'm almost 48 years old, and I knew that just was not my niche. I'm still going to do it at some point, because Amwala doesn't scare me anymore. I even dropped the F word in front of him, and he thought I was really cool. So I will totally do his program one day, but you've got to showcase that. I got to thinking today, like a good example is I have got a good friend who owns a boutique, and I go to her place and shop frequently, but usually what draws me in is her Instagram stories. She will share something in stories on this cute top, or look at what I have on sale, and that's what takes me in. She is showcasing her products. So we have a business, you guys. This is legit your business. Why would you not showcase what we have to offer? Whether it's the same thing with when Beach Bars came out, when the Performance line came out. I didn't think I needed Energize. I'm doing fine with my workouts. No, you try it. You got to try it so you can talk about it. The other thing is, are you committed to a nutritional program? Because that is where most of our challengers are falling short. 80% of our results are going to come from a nutritional program. And if we aren't committed ourselves, our customers aren't going to commit, and we can't support them. So we have two incredible nutritional programs. We have the 2B Mindset, and we also have the Ultimate Portion Fix. I honestly would challenge you to get certified in one of them. I think you've got to be a student. You have got to educate yourself, and you have to be able to have the knowledge to share. And once again, I mean, you can kind of toot your own horn then. Like, I'm a master coach in the Ultimate Portion Fix. I know what I'm talking about, and people will trust me because of that. I committed myself today. My nutrition, I'm doing the Ultimate Reset, which is the second time I'm doing it. And if you've not done that, that's another thing. Like, do a 3-day refresh, try the Ultimate Reset. You've got to do those hard things that are uncomfortable so that you can share it with other people, and you're knowledgeable. When you got to be knowledgeable about your products. But my nutrition has been all over the place, and I'm really actually, even though I'm 100% on my Ultimate Reset, I'm struggling with a mind game right now, and I've got to get my head back in the game. So today I started re-listening to the 2B Mindset videos. They're not a one and done, you guys. You have those resources forever after you purchase them. So I started listening to them again. I need her to tell me about silly carbohydrates, and I need her to tell me I need to be refreshed, because I think sometimes we start making those little slips and, oh, I'm just going to have all my carbs at dinner and that's okay. And like, you just forget the principles. So if you've not even committed to a program, I'd love for everybody to get certified on one. And I have not done the certification of the 2B Mindset. I believe Erin is, because she was in the test group with Alana. And I would assume it's very similar to UPF with the testing and stuff. The test isn't hard, you guys. If you've not even committed to one, I highly suggest you commit to one. I just saw another Beachbody coach that I follow, and she may have totally made this up. I don't know, but she said that March was National Nutrition Month. I don't know if anybody else has heard that or not. That was another thing Erin and I spoke about yesterday, is people know they got the workouts. They know what they're doing. It's the nutrition they're struggling with. So maybe this is the month to push nutrition. This is the month to commit to your own journey and being on a nutrition program of some sort, because that is an incredible tool that we have through Beachbody. So you have to be the example, you guys. You have to show up. You have to be committed to something. You have to do it. Be the example. Okay. T is for team. If you build it, they will come. My growth has been slow, I feel, but it's been very steady. I don't feel like I have found lifers. And those lifers are just now turning into, oh, there's something here. I want to share this. So just be patient, grow your team, create the culture that you want to be a part of. Like, if you want to have fun and you want to be able to hang out with people that if you call them up and say, hey, do you want to go get your nose pierced? They're like, yeah, I want to go do that. I'm not saying, I'm not saying that happened, but it did happen 2 weeks ago. Like, I just called up one of my coaches and like, I'm going to go get my nose pierced. Do you want to come along? And she came along. Create that culture. You want to you want to be like, you want to hang out with these people. You want to go to Summit with them. You want to go to the Dominican Republic with them. You want to go to Mexico with them next year. Create a culture that is going to attract those people so that you can create your own team and have a new loyalty. It doesn't mean you remove yourself from that first loyalty you have. Like, I have my team, I have my cheer fit, but I need Fit Fighter Nation. Like, I need those friends there too. I did take notes in case, so I don't want to miss anything. Some things like I've done with my team just to create more of that culture and more of I mean, that is something I hear from a lot of people is like, Jenny, what have you done to create that culture? You guys just look like you have so much fun. We're all really good friends. And it's because we try to go to live events together. I've started doing monthly meetups. So like every month I offer something so we can get together and just hang out as friends. We do Marco Polos because rather than just texting or doing messages in Messenger, we actually look at each other's faces and talk to each other. We see each other in towels after we've gotten out of the shower. We see each other all made up and maybe we're drunk Marco Poloing. But what I'm saying is like you see every facet of everybody. You get to be their friends. We have truly created a family in our group. Another thing I like to do just to get momentum is, well, let me back up. You should have a team page. If you have coaches, you have a team. Create a team page. You need a name. Create a team name and have little contests on your team page. Share the important details that Erin is sharing in Fit Fighter Nation with your team in case they're not engaged in Fit Fighter Nation. But if you have one coach, if you have two coaches, you have a team. Embrace that and build it and they will come. But have fun. Like you got to have fun. If you don't have the joy, it's not going to be fun. Let's see. Stay engaged always with your team. Don't disappear. Just like I said earlier, when it gets hard, you have to lean out. Let your coach know what's going on. Let your teammates know what's going on. They want to help you. Like just tonight, I took dinner over to a teammate's house because she's been going through a lot with her daughter. It's tax season. She's got a lot on her plate. Create that it's just creating that family. Lean into your family because when you lean out, people don't know what to do for you. They don't want to like feel like they're intruding. They don't want to step on anybody's toes. Lean in because those people are there for you. And when you slow down with your business, this is all part of team. If you stop showing up, this was one of my aha moments from the Building an Empire, the book. At the very end, he had a lot of just mic drops. And he said, when you slow down, when you stop showing up for your business, and then you want to come back, it's like starting all over again. You guys, these people, your coaches, your customers, they said yes to you. You can't leave them hanging. You have to continue to show up for them because if you stop and if you all of a sudden are a ghost, when you come back, it's like starting completely from scratch. And you don't want to go back to where you were, just like your own fitness journey. You don't want to like go back to scratch and start all over again. And you don't want to do that with your business. And the last is S, share. You have to be social, you guys. You have to share on Instagram stories. I feel like I say this on every team call that I do, every team call on Fit Fighter Nation. You have to be on your journey, but then you have to share that journey. Don't keep it to yourself. And not that every single post should be Beachbody. It was one of the national wake up calls recently. They talked about like your Instagram story should actually be 80% your life and 20% Beachbody. Show people you. Be authentic. Be vulnerable. Just if people can't relate to perfect. So don't feel like you have to put this perfect facade out there because that's not what people are looking for. They're looking for a human that they can connect with and a human that they can do this journey with. So when you have that sweaty selfie, when you have that meal that didn't go as planned and it was a flop, like my acorn squash with tahini sauce on it today, show everybody it's not perfect. You have Pinterest fails, but you have to be authentic and you have to be you. I think the most important thing to remember in this business, and this isn't like as a scare tactic to like make you show up, but I feel like this with my own family and friends that haven't joined me, people are skeptical about network marketing. They think we're an MLM. They think there's nothing good that's going to happen of it. And honestly, I feel like they're waiting for us to fail. They're waiting for you to stop showing up. Oh, see, there's Jenny. She didn't show up. There she quit. She didn't do it. No, I have continued to show up every single day. I could probably name maybe 2 days in the last year that I didn't post on social media. And it's just because I was living in the present moment and forgot to post or something like that. but people are waiting for us to fail. Don't prove them wrong, you guys. You have to show up, be consistent, be there 6 years later, because this is an amazing opportunity. This is an amazing team. We are so blessed to have the upline that we have, the support that we have. And you just have to be present. You just have to show up and share it and go. See, let's go.
I thought that was great. Thank you, Jenny. Chips up here for the team call. So, but I love all of this. So, and she said we came up with it. She came up with all of that, by the way. I just was like, let's package it up and make it fun to share, right? In the let's go. So that was all Jenny. Okay. So please know that. Jenny stressed mostly being the example. And I think that is the number one thing that I want you to take away. And I think that's the number one thing. I mean, I want you to take it all away. But that's how Jenny started. She started and fell in love with her results and the opportunity and the products. And it made it so easy for all the rest to fall into place, to be honest. You know, it made it easier for her to be a challenger in a challenge group. It made it easier for her to share this with her mom and on social media, because it was like she was like shouting it from the rooftops because everybody needed to know about it. And that's how she is every day, because she believes in it so much. That's why she's a lifer. That's why she's going nowhere. That's why her loyalty will never fade or waver, because she chose to be an example. And I do see and believe that is the number one place where you can do a little gut check with yourself and say, am I being an example of the total solution that I am trying to offer someone else? So like, I'm offering this Barb Challenge Pack, and you know, and it's still freaking 160. They're like, take it, please, like take it, like everything. Am I being an example that all parts of this solution work? And then after I make a sale, right, and that person joins me, am I still showing up and being an example? Am I in the challenge group, you know, logging my workouts and my Shakeology and showing them that that's what I'm doing too? Like, am I being an example? And so you guys, that is like that's how you succeed. That's how you start and continue.
Let me add to that too, Erin, because several of you here know, like I am going through like a rough patch with my fitness and health journey. I weigh more now than I did when I started my journey. And then I think I'm really not going to try to cry. How is that being an example? But I haven't quit. And I think that we also have to show people, like right now I'm like, I trust the ultimate reset process, but I'm questioning it. I'm a little pissed off at it right now, to be quite honest with you, but I'm going to follow through. And you know what? It may not be the perfect results, and that's fine, but you still have to share that. You can't you know, I may go into bar thinking I was going to have those ripped abs and those arms like Elise, and it didn't happen. But that doesn't mean you stop showing up just because that didn't happen for you. Not every program is going to be the perfect program for you. You have to, you got to share the good and the bad. Mm-hmm. You do. And it's hard. You have to be vulnerable. It's, and it's PD, to help with that mindset. And these loyal friends of mine that are helping me get through, and I think it's just aging. Honestly, I think it's my hormones, and I've got to figure out what's best for my body right now. Mm-hmm. And it's always an experiment. I mean, all these programs are experiments with every body is different. And you can't, just because I didn't have perfect results with bar doesn't mean you don't share them. You still got to share them because you did it.
Yeah, so many people don't finish and be the example to finish. And being an example, I think too, maybe we're adding on to that and creating a false meaning that being an example means being perfect. And I think that's what no, there's no part of this journey that's perfect, you know, nor do or do I want you to be? Because I don't even think that's relatable. And it might drive you crazy, right? We all want to find, that good, perfect balance, but I agree. I think that's a great point, Jenny. And we're cheering for you, girl. You're going to figure this out. And I know you will. You guys, okay, so I want to ask Jenny, is it okay if you take a couple questions? If people
Yeah.
have a couple questions? Okay. All right. Does anybody, if you want to, you can unmute yourself or put it in the chat box if you have a question for Jenny. Any questions whatsoever. It doesn't have to be about Let's Go. It can be about anything else. Anybody?
Hey, Jenny, it's Lisa.
Hey, Lisa.
So, you basically said how you've been in this business for this many years, but one of the things that I struggle with is I hit that wall every so often that I say, there's nobody else for me to invite, so how do you deal with that when you hit that wall and figure out how to keep expanding your reach and finding new people and that kind of thing?
Well, constantly adding to your network, like every day. And that's just a note, like I'll do it in the parking lot at school. I'll be like, oh, we have 40 friends. We have 29 friends. I just send friend requests. And I think another great way for a funnel is free groups. And I used to be really good about a free group every single month. And then you kind of get, you kind of get bored of it. But I think that's a great way because it's easy to invite people to that. I also really love today's National Wake Up Call. I didn't think I was going to like it. I got some really good, I shared it in Fit Fighter Nation too. Some great, I feel, conversation pieces for follow-ups for those people that we have talked to. And she said, what was it? What are your concerns? Or what was that the word she used, concerns? And I was like, because there's something holding people back from saying yes to us. But I've never said, what are you afraid of? Or, I haven't been that bold to say, well, what are your concerns? So I think sometimes it's just changing our terminology too, which I'm excited about that. And she also said, tell me how you're feeling. Like when somebody reaches out in a story or something, I'm going to be like, well, tell me how you feel. Tell me what you're doing. Those were the two big things I got out of that call today. I don't know if that helps, Lisa, but I get there too. Sometimes I think why am I doing this? Why am I putting this much energy into? I mean, we all have those negative moments and think, this is what I'm supposed to be doing? And then you get that message from a messenger, from a challenger, or one of your coaches has a success. And then you're like, yep, this is exactly where I'm supposed to be. How do I stay in contact with my leads and long-term customers? So my leads, I just asked Erin this. I'm like, what are you doing with your leads? Because they hardly ever respond to me. Now I will say Heather, my new coach Heather on here was a lead from Beachbody. Maybe she could answer in the chat box or something I don't know why she responded to me, but she did. And I'm so ever thankful for that. I always send an email to every lead that I get, and then I add them to my newsletter, and I try to send out newsletters once a month. I remember one thing Erin told me once, and that was with, now her name's escaping me, but our friend from Louisiana, that she was a lead, and Erin sent her newsletters over and over and over again. And 2 years later, she reached out to Erin, because I feel like that's just one way to stay in touch with them every single month and give them value, whether it's a recipe or it's a meal plan, the specials of the month, and all my long-term, all my customers are on my email distribution as well. And I also I reach out. And I just did this yesterday, at the beginning of the month, I go through all of my customer orders in the last 30 days. And anybody who had Shakeology shipped in the last 30 days, I look at their date and I write their name and the date in my calendar for the month of March. And about 5 days before that's to ship, I contact them, because they may just be a Shakeology drinker and they're not in my challenge groups, but that means at least once a month, I'm touching base with those people. and they get the email from Beachbody. It used to scare me because I was afraid that if I reminded them, then they would cancel it before it shipped. And I never give them the option to cancel their Shakeology, but I just remind them that, hey, how's it going? How was the past month? Just a reminder that your Shakeology is due to process and ship on the 4th. If you want to change the flavor or amend your order, like I don't say delay or cancel, but I let them know that those options are there. But that keeps me in contact with them every single month. And it's the same with I have leads that are long-term Shakeology drinkers, and I'm not friends with them on Facebook, but I send them an email message just to say, hey, just remind you this is coming. And typically I will try to, I don't want to say, do you want fries with that? But I will, bars on sale, you could, for the price that you're paying, you could get blah, blah, blah.
And for a lot of people too, I really do think we have to remind people all the time about the Shakeology boosts, because I think those are amazing. And they're, to me, they already have their Shakeology, and a lot of people just don't know, like, oh, this is something that I can just add to it. Yeah. That seems simple, and the boosts are
not very expensive.
No, they're relatively inexpensive. Mm-hmm. So it can be something.
I forget about that too. There's always, what's cool about this business, there's always something that we could be doing. And I think that's where we get like, maybe sometimes like,
we want to check all the boxes.
We want to check all the boxes. But I think what Jenny's done though, she has a system where on this day she does that, or at the beginning of the month she does this, or at the end of the month she does that. Like she's kind of sat down and decided what are the main things I want to do. And she's created a very routine system, and she is a very routine person. And
I do it at the beginning of the month, and it's not like I reach out to all those people all in one day. Like I write in the calendar like 5 days before their ship date and reach out to them. And same with your BOD subscriptions. Like go into your back office and look at your subscriptions tab. I know we've shared a tutorial in Fit Fighter Nation about this. Look at your BOD that's getting ready to renew in the month of March, and you need to reach out to those people and see if you can get them to get a challenge pack.
Mm-hmm. Heather, and it's cheaper for them too.
Yeah, Heather replied. She said, She said, I really enjoyed that Jenny, checked in. She felt authentic and didn't push any of the products. She let me enjoy the products for myself and then gave hints and tricks along the way that were natural. Mm-hmm. So you built the relationship with her and she trusted you. And yeah, you're patient. You didn't rush it. That's awesome. That's great. Pretty cool.
Awesome. You're there to coach her along?
Yeah, just coach her through it. I love it. Well, you guys, thank you.
It goes back to showcasing. Like, I think we think of our Shakeology, we think of our Energize, we think of our snack of a Beach Bar. It's all habit. Like, I think we fault in that we don't share it in our challenge groups. I mean, I log my shake every day. I hardly ever put my Energize in my challenge groups. Mm-hmm. It's a habit. And whether it's in you need to do it in your challenge groups. I need to do it myself. In your stories, you need to showcase. This is your boutique, you guys. You need to showcase your products and the things that you love.
It's a good point. Yeah. I always love comparing what we have to a brick and mortar, because it's kind of hard with social media, to think about it that way, but it's your business and you get to showcase it each day. And yeah. I also loved you throwing in Michael Folson's tip too, the 80% is your life and 20% is Beachbody, because that's really what people want to see is your healthy lifestyle. But that's also you getting up early, drinking your Energize, having your Beach Bar for your afternoon snack, those kind of things too. So it's perfect. Jenny, you did great. I don't know why you were nervous.
And I did ghost you because I didn't want to do this.
I know, and I was like, hey, did you get that? You always got to follow up, you guys, to get what you want. Okay.
I said no to you for 2 years. I was just giving you a little history.
A reminder of what it was like for 2 years.
Yeah.
I'm just going to pretend like I didn't hear that. Right? Oh, that's so
Will you take a picture, Erin?
Yeah, I'll take a picture. Okay. Yes. Hold, please. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Got it. Looks good. Okay. Jenny, awesome job. You guys, thanks for being on tonight. And